This is live from Studio 2. You're listening to CIUT 89.5 FM. My name's Henry Lewis. I'm your live music producer here at the station, and I have the privilege of welcoming you to another live from Studio 2 session. This time we have Kubla in the studio.
Hello.
Say what's up to everybody.
Hello, what's up? My name's Kubla.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for
Braving
having
the
me.
snow. It's been kind of crazy this week.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. All right. I want to start off by just asking you, when you meet somebody out and about, they're asking you what you do, how do you describe the act you put on? Because it's got a lot of different things going on. You got like some jazz in there, some R&B, some soul.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of distill it?
I used to say that I still do say that I draw a lot on Black American music. I think that's really the core of what I'm up to, is that I'm honoring Black American music, which growing up in Vancouver Island, I only really had access to through like records and the internet and like the people who I grew up around who also were honoring that genre. And to me, it's like a big all-encompassing thing. It's like gospel, jazz, soul, blues, rock, like all kinds of music that I think is just like really groove based and is meant to be like danceable, but not super like hyper.
Yeah.
And so groove based music is kind of the way I most commonly describe it, but you know, like that's really where it comes from for me is that feeling of listening to like Stevie Wonder and Babyface records and D'Angelo when I was younger. So
Totally.
yeah.
Black American music. I think Nicholas Payton coined that term. I might be wrong about that.
You're probably right. You went to school for this stuff.
Fair enough. I think it's a wonderful term, and it challenges that kind of top-down industry standard way of dividing genres and something that comes from the record companies rather than the artists themselves.
100%. I think it comes from a musical conversation that's been happening in North America for the past like couple centuries. And I feel really blessed that I'm to be alive at a point of that musical conversation where I feel like everyone can have it, and as long as we all honor the roots of where it comes from, then to understand that we can just have fun with it. And it's amazing. It's an amazing music. So
absolutely, yeah. I count myself lucky to also be privileged enough to be involved with it. And your roots come from, as you mentioned, British Columbia, Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
And you grew up. Both your parents are musicians.
Both my parents are musicians.
What was that like?
I was great. They're both Irish, like Scottish musicians. Really.
Oh, cool.
They're both Celtic musicians. So I grew up with a lot of like traditional, really groovy, really sensitive songwriting. Really, it's a really strong tradition in itself, and a similar kind of conversation that was had where it was a kind of music that was like early in its life was being really stamped out, and as a result of it trying to be stamped out, became a lot stronger, a lot more a music of resistance, and a music of like remembrance and peoples. So I grew up with a lot of that spirit. I think that's what really attracted me to Black American music in the end. So that was the feeling that I got from it. And yeah, both my parents growing up as both of them musicians, I feel like I just got like way more in touch with the kind of mechanics of the industry and
totally.
the like their own musical perspectives and opinions, but also that of their communities. And I was really blessed to grow up the way I grew up, for sure.
Very cool. Well, I'd love to get into our first set of music here. Once again, you're listening to Live from Studio 2, and our guest this week is Kubla. What are you going to play for us? What's the first song in your mind?
I'm going to play a few cuts off of my first full-length LP that was called Close to the Sun. And I'll start with the tune that I really think made me think about making this record, which is the single that I released called Move On. And then I'm probably going to follow it up with my favorite tune off the record, which is called Icarus. And then I think I'll probably finish it off with a tune called The Farmer, which is also one of my favorite cuts off the record.
Amazing. Well, this is Kubla live from Studio 2.
Darling, can you hear me? I've been talking in my sleep. We don't share a bed no more. We close that door. I still smell you on my sheets. Oh, I've been screaming your name. I've been praying to God, but it won't be the same. So I better move on. I guess I better move on, move on. I guess I better move on, move on. I guess I better move on. I guess I better move on. Darling, don't you know it's been miles since you kissed my face? Hey, girl, I think that you will love my place. It's amazing. When I left you, I was so afraid of just letting go. Whoa, whoa. And I will build my soul up big and strong. Yes, I will. And I will see what you saw all along. Whoa, whoa. I've written you so many songs, you're still alive. Yeah, baby, 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 I've been screaming your name. I've been praying to God, no, but it won't be the same, baby, baby, baby. So I better move on. I guess I better move on, move on. I guess I better move on, move on. I guess I better move on. I guess I better move on. Thank you so much. All right. Decided to jump the reverb a little bit. I struggle with patience, but I've gotta wait. When the moment hits me, I don't hesitate. And my daddy gave me wings so I could learn to fly. I'll never know anything unless I give it a try. She's like my tornado, she blows me away. She sees me like Play-Doh with a pretty face. And I'm not a wise man, but sometimes I pretend. And it gets right to my head, and I fly close to the sun, and I forget how hot it gets. Yes, I fly close to the sun, and she takes me down again. Yeah, she takes me down again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, she takes me down again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, yeah, she takes me down again. Yeah, she takes me down again. I listen to Stevie, I like that last. When I'm back in BC, I forget my past and don't even recognize where I'm born. So what makes me think about anything? Said no one knows anything. Well, come on, take me down again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, come on, take me down again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, come on, take me down again. Oh, come on, take me down again. Ooh.
fresh and clean. She is like my angel, she be flying free. When I found my Nikes, they gon' save me. My wings are made of waves. Said my wings are made of waves. Said my wings are made of. Said my wings are made of. Yeah, she takes me down again. Cause she takes me down again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, she takes me down again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, she takes me down again. All right. I got trees bearing fruit. I don't know what that means to you, but you give me something. Crazy dreams about you. And if you need some proof, come on, give me something. Ooh, I just want you to know that I ain't got time for losing my mind. Cause I'm a busy man, no, working with his hands. I said, if you want control, don't come around to my house no more. Cause I'm not playing games with you, no, I'm not playing games with you. Yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, yeah, yeah, no. In early days, losing sleep, but I've got all I need, cause you give me something. All my crops will be dry, cause when I'm out of time, I give them nothing. Whoa, ooh, I just want you to know that I ain't got time for losing my mind. Cause I'm a busy man, oh, working with his hands. I said, if you want control, don't come around to my house no more. Cause I'm not playing games with you, my baby. I'm not playing games with you. Said, if you want control, don't come around to my house no more. Cause I'm not playing games with you. I'm not playing games with you. And I'm not playing games with you. I'm not playing games with you.
You're listening to CIUT 89.5 FM. More specifically, this is Kubla live from Studio 2. Again, thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be
playing
here,
for
man.
us.
Yeah,
This is, whew.
that's what I love doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you always been a two-instrument guy?
As in me and my guitar.
You and your guitar, yeah.
To a certain degree, separated. I did a lot of musical theater when I was a kid.
Cool.
And then I was playing jazz, so kind of like they came together probably when I was like 18, I'd say. I started really doing it like more seriously. I was on tour with a musical called Ride the Cyclone when I was 18. and there was like a cabaret open mic, and they asked if any of the it was like part of this theater complex in Edmonton called the Citadel, and they asked if I wanted to play, and I played a song that I wrote, and that was kind of the beginning of me wanting to do that as just the thing that I did. Before that, I was just guitar, and then I was doing musical theater, and I was like
Two separate worlds.
two separate worlds, more or less.
And then they came together.
Yeah, and it was kind of always destined to be because I'd always really looked up to songwriters and singers. So I kind of grew up in a bit of a community that was like, you do what you do,
Mm-hmm,
you know, and so no one really looked at me as a singer. They're like, you do a bit of acting, but you're a guitar player, and I was like, okay, I'm a little uncomfortable with that, but and so yeah, I changed it for myself.
Well, I'm glad you did. It's really cool. And
Thank you.
So speaking of songwriting, all those first 3 songs were off of your debut album, Close to the Sun.
Close
Is that
to the
right?
Sun, yeah, my first LP. Yeah.
Your first LP, and that came out a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Icarus, I believe, is the second song you just played for us, and that was the inspiration for making the record at all. How did that go down?
It was actually Move On that inspired the record. But
Strike that.
But
Strike
it's
that.
okay. It's okay. Icarus, I totally understand the confusion because
Give it
Icarus carries a
close
lot
to
of the themes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. For me, that record was inspired by moving to Toronto,
Yeah.
and I know like a lot of people move here and they like line something up. I moved here and just figured it out purely from the very beginning, and that was really formative for my artistry because I was forced to play a lot. My goal was to come here. My one goal, which is don't do anything else but sing and play guitar. I'm not allowed to make money in any other way. I'm not allowed to teach. I'm not allowed to be a session guitar player. I'm not allowed to be a backup vocalist. I'm not allowed to be like a vocalist for hire. I only can sing and play guitar for a living.
Uh-huh.
That was my goal. So it was really formative because I kind of view those two things as like my wings, you know, my wax wings. And I was flying, and many times I found myself like just flying a little bit close to the sun. And the Icarus theme carries because this is a personality and a career that I got from my parents. So it's like it's like the Icarus's father making him the wax wings, and then what does he do with them? He flies in the sun. So that was the inspiration behind that record, and Move On was the inspiration because I really enjoyed making that record, and then I released it, and it did quite well on Spotify. So I was like, oh, I should make a record out of this,
Totally.
out of this vibe, and so I decided to, and I was worked with Christian Antonaci and Austin Gambora and Tamish Koznarski, Grace May, Galen McMillan, Chris Crowley was engineering it. Galen's my little brother, and Cameron Tinklenberg on the keys, and a bit of Sam Laramie on the keys too. And yeah, I know it was a real joy to produce it and make it happen. And yeah, man,
That's super cool.
Yeah.
And you're here now off of the release of your second record, and this had a bit of a different journey, right? So
totally.
this recorded in front of an audience. How conceptually were you like, I just need to switch it up? How did you come to this point?
This record was really for me, and I could have saved the For Me record for much later in my career, but I decided to do it. I got a grant from the Canada Council of the Arts and Toronto Arts Council I literally just like piped off on my grant writer Dan Lombardi. Shout out. My friend Chris Crowley put me in touch with him, and him and I just had a phone conversation. I was just like, I've had this idea for a record forever. I really want to record something in my house in front of an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I really want to record something in front of an audience in my house, and I want it to like really showcase the artistry of my friends as well as myself. And I feel like in that there are a lot of like things you have to compromise on because you're recording live, like you're recording vocals in the same room as you're recording drums, you're recording and horns, and so like there's a lot of differences in tonality and performance that I'm not able to capture the same way that I was able to capture with my Close to the Sun record, which was a lot more in the box, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I really am proud of the way it turned out. Like it turned out way better than I could have expected, and it was like the album that I always wanted to make. And it's really great to clear that slate because if I'd saved that forever and ever, I feel like everything that I would be doing would be working up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's perfect because I recorded in my basement studio at home, and
is that what the the record name is in reference to
Nailed
sounds
it.
sounds
From Deep Down. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. I was gonna call it Live from the Basement or something like that, but I thought that Sounds from Deep Down was funnier, and also it kind of plays into the like 4-word record theme that Close to the Sun had too.
Mhm.
So Sounds from Deep Down. It also thematically is just, I feel like I can't help but just talk about what I'm living through. You know, like I think of myself as a guy who likes ideas, but my songs end up being a lot more emotional than they are, a lot more experiential, a lot more emotional than they are reflective necessarily. Probably a combination
Sure,
of the
yeah.
two. But yeah, so I was writing about like my experience in the music industry, my experience dating, my experience getting older, my experience, all those
Life.
kinds of themes, like exactly, life.
Yeah.
Life is being lived right now.
And I think it makes sense that you went for the live recording too, given that, as you just said, you know, you came to Toronto and you made performing live your entire existence.
Exactly,
And
100%.
it makes sense to capture that.
And I got it out of my system too. Like I'm really
Yeah.
making a lot more stuff produced now and working with different producers, and which is really exciting and fun. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Can we expect any of that to drop anytime soon?
Definitely. I'm releasing a tune on Friday, March 14th, with my friend Jack Page from London. He's a New Zealand neo soul artist as well, and he's an incredible dude and a really great friend. And we met in 2022 in London, and we played some shows here together, some shows there together.
And this is London, England.
London, England, not London, Ontario. No, not London, Ontario.
Hey man, you never know.
London, UK. London, UK. I know. Toronto's like the only place you can go and say London. They think you mean something else. Yeah, and it's called Lovely, and yeah, it's the first song that we ever wrote together. We wrote it in September of 2022 in his apartment in Peckham, and it was a real joy. I love London. A lot of the music that I love comes from London. I feel like that place has like a huge reverence for jazz and soul music.
Totally.
And so
It's got a sound to it too. Like you can kind of tell when a record was from.
definitely.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like stuff produced in London carries with it like that recording tradition that they have, from like spanning all the way from like the Beatles to Jamiroquai. It's just like things that sound like Brian, you know, things that just sound like ethereally good.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Like they don't sound quite as like gritty and down to earth, but they just, you're like, whoa, this was made in a cloud in heaven. So that's what I really like about it, and I think that really carries in the sound of the record that him and I made. We recorded 5 songs. We're gonna probably put them out for the next
Awesome.
little while, and I'll put out a lot more music. And it's not even worth talking about. It's just gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's just
Well,
hey, what's up, dude?
we'll
Nice to
keep
see
the eye
you.
out. Is Seth in on
Yeah,
the
Seth's in
on the other side of the glass?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're recording this a little bit earlier, and we got Mercedium Stretch over there, which you would have just heard if you're listening now. A little mental gymnastics there. Cool. Well, I would love to get back into some music here, into some tunes. What you got next for us?
I'm gonna play some cuts off the new record. This is gonna be one of my favorite tracks off the record, called Twilight One. My brother Galen brought it into a rehearsal that we had, and it turned into a voice memo, and then I wrote it into a song, and then composed it into a full track, and then we recorded it. And that video's on YouTube too, of us recording the whole thing in my basement. So yeah, this one's called Twilight One. I'm gonna turn the reverb down again.
This is once again Kubla live from Studio 2 on CIUT 89.5 FM, and we're about to hear Twilight One.
Yo, can I get a bit more water?
No.
No.
What are you talking about?
It is. Thank you, Henry.
My pleasure. I'm leaving all this in.
Great.
When the last light falls, my soul is spun into fabric soft and warm to touch. When the day is done, my will is none. I get down on my knees and I praise the sun will always rise in the morning. Why is it always me that he's adorning with gifts of his lightness and warming? Everywhere I go, he follows me. My mama called me Twilight One because I live on horizons. 'Cause when the last light falls, my soul is spun into fabric soft and warm to touch. When the day is done, my will is none. I get down on my knees, 'cause I was made to love and weaving dreams about your face, and love and wondering if you come to my place. 'Cause you don't weigh me down when life's heavy. God, sometime I need some more of you. I can't really see when you're around. Your energy makes such sweet sounds like ooh, 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 whoa, whoa. Cause I'm the Twilight One. Watch me run faster than the moon to horizons. And I'm the Twilight One, the midnight sun. And I could breathe you in right into my lungs.
All right. Okay, now this song is going to be called May I Curse on this station?
You may curse, I will just bleep it.
Okay, great. This song is called LA. Fuck LA. And it's called Fuck LA because it's a metaphor. Because not actually Fuck LA. LA is kind of cool. But you'll get the idea from the song. Oh.
You've been counting your stars, there were more than you knew. And that's why gonna let them light up. Some will flowers bloom far away. Maybe you just leave today. You've been dreaming so big, everyone knows your name. So your soul is gonna shine out just the same. LA. Swear to God you're gonna change this game. And this game, it will make you cross the line between telling your truths, whoa, and believing your lies. You've been glancing below, ground is out of your sight. You've been told not to fly close to the light, but you might. You keep falling with a smiling face. Take your losses with an ounce of grace. Hey, and you've been there and you gotta say, fuck LA. Swear to God you're gonna change this game. Woo, woo, whoa, 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 whoa. Good stuff. Okay. The last tune I'm going to play in this little set is The Art of Chess and the Game of Love. Cheers. It's in the way that we make our moves. My queen is trapped, but you know that you got it in me. I see you wrapped right around my finger, girl. You're trembling because you know that you made it in 3. I see it happening. Your bishop moving in. Yeah, your sentiment just a mess around with my brain. Put you in check again, yeah. I just keep taking wins. Girl, you fell for my gambit, what a shame. Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause I know that you got me where you want me, girl. I know that you got me where you want me, girl. I know that you got me where you want me, girl. Whoa, you got me, girl. And it's in these games that you get me high. Elate me with the movements of your mind. You keep on winning like you never even tried. The big picture keep on eluding my eyes. Then the board resets. You made the perfect bet. Girl, you know that I've got you on my mind. It ain't about the game. My heart don't feel the same. See these pieces, but I've lost no track of time. Whoa, 'cause I know that you got me where you want me, girl. And I know that you got me where you want me, girl. I know that you got me where you want me, girl. Yes, I've got you on my mind. Whoa, I've got you, girl, no, yeah. Yes, I've got you on my mind.
We've got Kubla in the studio with us today. That was The Art of Chess, the Game of Love. And we're chatting the new record, which is Sounds from Deep Down. Thanks again for being here.
Of course. Happy to be here.
Mm-hmm. There goes that reverb. There we go. Cool. I want to chat songwriting a little bit. I love that insight you gave us about your brother bringing in a little snippet and you jamming on that and it blossoming into this whole thing. Is that a typical writing process for you?
No, it isn't. That's actually the first time that specifically has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to mess that up, actually. I really want to think about that. A lot of times, there have been a few occurrences of my band coming together with arrangement ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll come up with like a bridge idea. Specifically, Galen comes up with a lot of stuff. Like Galen's a real creative. But like my song "Good Thing Coming" was co-composed by my friend Cameron Tinklenberg and I. My song "Running Loose" was we kind of like Galen kind of had the idea, and then we kind of collectively composed the like little intro interlude bits to that song, and then horn parts were co-composed by Christian and I, and Tamish in that case. What else, man? I'd say what's really typical is that I come up with pretty much the whole arrangement, if not the whole demo,
Cool.
and kind of come to the band with the concept, and they just elevate it to a certain degree, and then they'll just come up with whatever arrangement ideas are relevant. Like Austin Gambora is like one of the best musicians I know, and he has such a great mind for arrangement and production, and he always has really, really great suggestions, and they're just like really, really great people to record with and play live, which is honestly super rare. Like some people are really amazing performers, but they're not great in the studio, and some people are the exact opposite. So I'm really lucky to know the musicians I've met in this case. And that was kind of the whole point of this record too, was a lot of it I kind of like were songs that I had written that we tested out live. So like The Art of Chess, The Game of Love, that was based off a produced beat that I made with Cam, and then we just workshopped that in live settings, mostly at Tapestry in Kensington, and then we kind of just like brought it to life in the studio in the way that it turned out. Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm giving the credit where it's due, you know. But
yeah, of course, of course. I mean, I always find it the dynamics of coming up with songs together as a group, collective. You know, it's always very interesting, and I think it's really cool when somebody has the full vision in their head, as it seems like you do on occasion. And of course, people around you will elevate. I think that's a really good word for it.
It's often inspired. Like I find that I there's a huge part of what drives me to make music is like my internal value system. So it's like sometimes co-writing can be a real compromise on that.
Okay.
And something that I've opened myself up to a lot more in the past little while, because again, that elevation is just like so ticklish. But like, but
could you tell me more about how your values like will inform your songwriting?
Well, it's just like my taste, you know, like my taste is really my own. And I find that if I'm in a position where I'm producing a Kubla track or making a Kubla track with somebody else, like many people have tried approaching me and been like, I want to write a song with you for Kubla. And I've been like, it's only worked out once with, which is my track, How to Love You. And that was like the first co-write that I ever did in Toronto with Stephen Leckie and Jem Roberts. And Jem is his artist name. But I never really, other than that song, I never really enjoyed that process because I was mostly trying to make this kind of record. You know, like I was trying to like, except for when I was like playing with my musicians who I really wanted to showcase their creative part, and I wanted them to have a part in the creation of this record, because I really wanted to like show what we had been doing. It's kind of a scrapbook, really. Like
totally.
A lot of it is just I played with these guys a lot, and I just wanted to really look back on it. Anyway, so with the songwriting, I am now trying to step more into the world of like writing with artists that I really admire, and taking from their taste.
Maybe because you've made this record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's out of my system now. So I feel like I'm in a free world creatively now. So I can't really speak to my process being like this static thing, but in the past it very much was like Close to the Sun was entirely just written by me, by myself, with the exception of Good Thing Coming, which I wrote with Cameron, and Running Loose, which I wrote with which I wrote on my own, but then elevated with the boys. But I can't forget.
Of course not.
But the concepts and the songwriting and the story, that's all from my experience and my perspective, and I'm just looking for resonance, man. That's all. It's a lonely world. No, I'm kidding. But it's I'm just looking for resonance, and like it's really fun finding it.
Absolutely. Now, as a live player, now you've mentioned Tapestry has been somewhat of a home for you recently.
That was a while ago. That was like 23.
23.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, for the first. That makes sense. What other spaces in Toronto, like venues, studios? What has kind of shaped your experience here?
Oh man, it's a really good question. I would say some jam sessions early on was like Fam Jam was enormous for me. Really early on, because that was like where I met a lot of really amazing musicians in town. I kind of became in touch with like the musical community in town. it's now a bit more of an educational platform, which I really admire.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to a lot more of the Davy Studios stuff now.
Yeah,
I love that
totally.
stuff. I just sent Shadia a text this morning saying that if she didn't create this Davy Studio stuff, I probably would have moved away. Because like without that kind of thing, Toronto is like I was just like going to places like London and New York, and I was like, if I could make it in Toronto, I could probably make it in one of these places. And these have like so much more going on. But the cool thing about Toronto is that like I've built an identity here, and I have a lot of really cool, really diverse friends, and diverse on more accounts than just like cultural background, but like just like their way of thinking, their way of looking at the world, and I so value that, and I really wanted to lean in on that.
I mean, that's, say what you will about Toronto, like the kind of everyone agrees upon a good thing here is diversity
100%.
and backgrounds and thought and everything you just said. And
Exactly.
totally makes sense that would extend to the music circles.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so those places are really great. And then I play a lot of hotel lobbies. So I've been playing
Cool.
I've been playing Shangri-La for a long time, which is like normally people would just look at that as like a jobber gig, but it's offered me a lot of like opportunities to stretch out, which is funny because normally people wouldn't see that, but they just like having me there, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, and I assume you're playing like your own music, you're not doing standards or
I'm doing some covers, but
True.
like I'm doing like I can play my own music whenever I want.
yeah.
It's just like exploration, like I get to explore songs. And I love like I'm gonna play a couple covers in my next set because I love exploring great songs. I think it's like a really valuable exercise as a musician, and just as an artist because you're getting to study. Like I learn new things about great songs that I love by playing them every time I play them.
Completely agree.
Just by focusing on them. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing to do.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
I love that as a segue. Let's
Great, perfect,
let's hear some more from you. Yeah.
perfect. I'm gonna play a standard. I'm gonna play Misty, because I've just been screwing with this song.
I love Errol Garner.
Me too. Errol Garner's incredible, and I'm gonna try doing the Ella Fitzgerald thing.
This is Kubla live from Studio 2.
Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten in a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand, I get misty, just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or is it just the sound of your hello? This music I hear, I get misty the moment you're near. You're leading me on, and that's just what I want you to do. Can't you see I'm so helplessly lost? That's why I'm following you on my own. Would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my gloves? I get misty and so much in love. Can't you see that you're leading me on? And that's just what I want you to do. Can't you see I'm so helplessly lost? That's why I'm following you. And on my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my gloves? I get misty and so much in love. I get misty and so much in love. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna play the tune that I'm releasing in a couple weeks with my friend Jack Page. It's called Lovely, and I hope you find it lovely. It's been 1,000 days, and I light them on fire to keep you warm. 'Cause the city just got cold. Can you bring some rays? Maybe just hold me in your arms. May I be so bold, baby? Said I promise you a lifetime, babe, that's all I've got to give. What do you say? Something about you. How does it feel to be lovely? You were made so divine, baby, it's true. Feeling so warm when you hold me. Can I spend all my time with you? And I'll be your home. You can take off your shoes here, sing your favorite tunes here, and we can grow closer every day. It's all I think about lately. We could live out our daydreams, through the happy and the sad, my baby, no. You look so good in that dress, but I'm imagining the rest. Girl, I want you to stay, yeah, no. And how does it feel to be lovely? You were made so divine, baby, it's true. Feeling so warm when you hold me. Can I spend all my time with you? Can I spend all my time with you? It's something about you. It's something about you. It's something, something, something about you. It's something about you. Something, something, 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 something about you. Can I spend all my time with you? Okay. All right. Last song. I want to play another cover. I'm gonna play. I want to play an Al Green tune that I just love, have loved since I was in high school. I'm so in love with you. Ooh, and whatever you wanna do, it's alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. Spend my life with you. Now so say, my baby, that since we've been together, and loving you forever is all I can see. So won't you let me be the one you can run into? 'Cause I'll never be so untrue. So baby, let's stay together. Loving you forever, whether high times are good or bad, happy or sad, baby. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad, baby, why? Why some people break up, turn around and make up? Well, I just can't see, because you never do that to me. Staying around you is all I see. So baby, let's stay together. Loving you forever, whether times are good or bad, happy or sad, baby. Ooh. Let's stay together, together, loving you forever. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad, whether times are good or bad, happy or sad, good or bad, happy or sad, let's stay together. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is live from Studio 2, and you've been listening to Kubla just tearing it up. Jesus, man. Your playing and voice are incredible. I'm sure you get it all the time. But
Thank you very much.
I'm truly blown away.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
I love operating with. I have a bit of morning voice right now, so I love operating. I'll also have like post six gig week voice.
Oh man.
Yeah,
6.
6 gigs. Yeah,
I mean, I guess yeah. If you're just playing out there, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm
but
just out here, bro.
you're just-
it was Valentine's Day week. I play R&B music, and it's Valentine's week. You
yeah.
know?
Okay.
You
that
know
makes a
what
lot
I'm
of sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I saw you had a what's it? It's not wavelength. What's the other wave?
Waveland.
Waveland.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was so fun, man.
Yeah.
There were I love an audience that is like out with their I really like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And so I love busting out jokes. I love making fun of the audience. And just like tying it part of the storytelling. Like I stopped I have a song called Poppy Seed. I was kind of choosing like love themes. I have a song called Poppy Seed, which is like about a very like longing kind of like addictive love. And in the middle of the song, right before I play the bridge, I'll ask the audience if they I'll ask the audience if anyone has divorced parents, and so I go like this. I go. I just when you smile, I feel that love again. Ooh, and I just want. Is anyone here from a broken home? Anyone here from a broken home? It was yeah. Normally I wouldn't just like redo a bit like that, but it landed hard. It was really really fun. Yeah, and the best possible compliment was given to me after this, where somebody said, "Do you do stand up on the side?" And I was like,
That's great.
"Ooh,
That's really good.
You're tickling me. That's too much praise. Thank you very much."
Well, hey, maybe a future ambition. You've gotten your dream record out of the way.
It's true. I was
Who
just talking to
knows?
my girlfriend about maybe going to an open mic or two just to sharpen up the tool. But it's also, I don't know. To me, it's also something that I've developed just through so much performance, and so it's it might just be something that's left for that.
Well, of course.
You know, there's so many distractions I
Uh-huh.
could potentially
It's
do
also-
from music.
Definitely sets you like I don't know. As a musician myself, and I've played with a lot of people who the least favorite part of performing is having to talk.
Totally.
And so if you've got that down, I'm sure that does not hurt your ability to stand out from the crowd.
It's all performing, man. I mean, it's the reason I did theater. The reason I did theater was because I wanted to understand performing more. Because I felt like it didn't come to me naturally. I felt like I had to really study it and understand it. And now I can just have fun with it because I can just be myself. But there are just certain things that I've learned that aren't like universal truths, but they're things that work for me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I hate to say it, but we're running into the end of our time together.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a joy.
Once again, the new record is Sounds from the Deep Down. Where can
Sounds
people
from deep down. It's okay. It's four words. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
This is tough.
Don't worry about it. You're nailing everything else. Don't worry about
it. Yeah, keeping with the forward theme, Close to the Sun being the OG record, Sounds from Deep Down, and we just heard a new song that's coming out in March.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I love that song. That was a great song.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Jack Page thanks you too.
Jack Page. I'm sending my love his way as well. Where can people find you, stay up to date so they know when the releases are happening?
Hit up kublamusic.com. Put in your email to the email list, please. Cool. That'd be the best way to do it. And Instagram, I'd say, is the place I'm the most active, just because it's the place I have the most
Zuck,
followers.
so,
and
oh yeah,
I love Zuck. Yeah. I'm a big Zuck guy. It's just the place where I feel like I'm reaching the most people. So I usually post on there, but you can, I post on YouTube. I post everywhere, anywhere you like to consume content. I probably have content, so you can just check that out.
Content machine.
I've been a content machine. That's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to, if you want to really check me out, I'd say come see a show. I'm playing all the time. Just send me a message, ask me where I'm playing. Sometimes I'll post about it, but I don't always post about it because I'm trying to save all of my shekels for a big show coming up sometime in May.
Cool.
So look out for that.
Will do.
Yeah, look out
all
for
right. This has been Kubla live from Studio 2. I think we're going to go out on one of the recordings from the new record.
Perfect.
Pick a tune for us. What would be nice?
For the new record, one of the recordings, I'd say Fall Away.
Fall Away.
Yeah.
Live from Studio 2. Thank you so much, Kubla. This is CIUT 89.5 FM.
Thanks for having me.
I've been seeing how much shit you take before you run away. Like to test the waters with you, knowing you get closer. I can be a light, but I've got some good in me. You've been looking at me like, baby, come my way. Why this overthinking? I'm letting go, I'm sinking. Let the waters of my soul keep flowing over. With all my lame excuses, all my feeling useless.